guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya Gonzalez, aka Kiss and Makeup 0514 here on YouTube, and welcome to the video. Okay guys, so before we get started, I want to make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button right down below for me and hit that little notification bell. That way you guys are always notified every time I upload a new video, which is going to be Monday and Friday. So today's video is going to be on, it's kind of a full face of drugstore. I think I used one thing that wasn't drugstore, and the only reason why is because I totally forgot that I was doing a drugstore video. But the video is mostly centered around the It's My Raye Raye BH collection collaboration that she came out with. I know that she came out with this a few months ago, and I know I might be a little late with reviewing it. I'm not really doing a full-on review of the products, but I saw them in my local Ulta. They had a huge sign there, and this was the first time I ever saw them in Ulta. So I'm assuming they just got BH Cosmetics. I'm not really too sure, but I haven't seen them in there, and I walked in and I saw this. So I picked up the 9-piece brush set, and I also picked up the palette as well. And I also picked up her liquid lipstick. She has a lipstick and a gloss, but I figured I really wouldn't use them as much as the liquid lipstick, so that's why I got the liquid lipstick. So I am gonna go into the palette for you guys, and I did do this look right here on my eyes. I'm living for this look, guys. I love it. So I did do this whole look. I used the contour, I used the eyeshadows, I also used the liquid lipstick, and I used the highlight, and you guys will see that in a few minutes. But before I get started, I just wanted to show you guys the brushes and also the palette really quickly. So these are the brushes. So obviously I've already used them because I already filmed this look right here. So I've already formed my opinion on these brushes, and I really want to tell you guys, this is worth every freaking penny for these brushes. This is so affordable. You guys can find it on BH Cosmetics website, or you can find it in Ulta right now. I will link all the prices down below for you guys in case you guys want to purchase them. But you get 9 brushes in here. The only thing I feel like it was missing is really kind of a contour brush. I used this fluffy brush to contour with, which it worked out perfectly fine, but I feel like it's not as dense as the contour brushes that I normally use. But other than that, I feel like these brushes worked really well. The brushes are by numbers, so it's by number 1 through 9. So you get your flat eyeshadow shader brush, and then you also get your pencil brush as well. You do get a blending eyeshadow brush, and to be honest with you guys, this is pretty much the star of the show. I absolutely love this eyeshadow brush. I feel like it blended the eyeshadow so well. I feel like this is definitely going to be a brush that I'm going to be going back to. So this is another flat shader brush, but it's a little bit more dense and it's a little longer. I used this to cut my crease, and it worked out really well. And then the fluffy brushes that she has here, this is a powder brush, but I did use it for contour. So I feel like you could use it for contour, powder, blush. And then I have this one here, which is more of a dome shaped one. And I use this one, I think, for my blush. And then you have this one, which I feel like is pretty similar to this one. It's just a little bit bigger, if you guys can tell. So you guys can use this like to dust off your powder, to just put powder on the under eyes, things like that. So this is just another fluffy brush, and this is for like powder and kind of dusting off the powder off of your face, like I used it for. And then this brush is what I use for the highlight. I know it doesn't look like a typical highlight brush. On the box here, they're just giving you an instruction guide for which brushes to use for what. So I really like that. So the brushes I loved. And then going into the eyeshadow palette. So this is the eyeshadow palette, and it does come in a box like this. So when you open it up, you do get 3 contour shades here. So that's the 3 on top, and then you get 3 highlighters down at the bottom there. And then you open it up and you get your eyeshadow shades. So I'm sure you guys see a couple of nicks in the eyeshadows. I dropped the palette while I was doing my makeup. You guys are gonna see that in the tutorial. I thought I almost broke the whole palette. Like, I truly dropped it and it smashed up against something else. So yeah, that's why you see a couple of the nicks here and there. It's pretty much still usable even after the fall. I'm just gonna bring it up close for you guys so you guys can see how beautiful the shades are. And then you also get a mirror right here, which I can appreciate because this is great for travel. I didn't know what I was gonna film when I sat down, but this is what I came up with. And it really looks like a sunset. I'm honestly really feeling the eyeshadow right now. And I'm gonna show you guys how I got this look right here. So if you guys wanna see how I got this look using the BH Cosmetics It's My Raye Raye palette, just keep watching. Okay guys, so the first shade I'm going to take from the palette is going to be this one right here, and this one is called Spice. And I am taking the It's My Raye Raye number 6. This is their blending eye brush. And I'm going to go in with that shade right on the crease. So I don't know if it was the brush or the palette, but that was super easy to blend. The brush is super soft too. So I feel like it blends the shadow in really nicely. Sometimes when a brush is too stiff, it won't work as well, but this works pretty good. So now I think I want to go in with this shade right here, and this shade is called Friday. That's this shade right here. This is like a purple kind of burgundy shade, and I'm going to take that in the crease as well using the same brush. So I think I'm going to take this shade right here, Control Freak, and I'm going to put that in the crease as well. But I'm actually going to concentrate that on the outer corner, and I'm not bringing it up here. So you guys know I have to cut my crease. This is a must for me, just because I like for my lids to look a lot bigger. So I'm gonna go in with the It's My Raye Raye brush in the number 9, I think. Yeah, this is the number 9 brush. This is a flat brush, so I'm gonna try to see if this works to cut the crease, and I'm just gonna use my Anastasia concealer. So that worked pretty well. I thought the brush was going to be a little too soft to cut the crease, but it worked well. And now I'm just going to go in with this brush here, and this is the pencil brush, and this is in 7. And I'm just going to go and take that Control Freak again, that same shade. Oh, I cannot believe that I just crushed the whole palette. Look what I did. Okay. I mean, it's still workable, but I messed it up really bad. Okay guys, so getting back into the video after the shock of me dropping the whole palette, I'm going to go back in with Control Freak and the same pencil brush I was talking about before. And all I'm going to do is just blend that into the outer corners, just kind of like giving it like a gradient effect. And making sure to blend it in because you don't want to see the harsh lines of the concealer. I decided to take a little bit of this shade right here, and this one is called Connie, and I just put that right into my crease, not my crease, but I just put that right into the outer corners as well, just to darken it up a little bit. So I'm dying to use the shade right here. The shade is called Fairy Tale, and I am taking the number 3 brush, and this is a flat shader brush, and I'm going to put that right on the lid. So just going back with that shade Connie, I'm just going to blend it a little bit on the outer corner here. And then I'm going to take that pencil brush and just kind of bring it in just a little bit. I'm not bringing it in too close to the inner corner, just keeping it on the outer corner. Just bring it in very slightly so that you could see that purple shade. I think that is it for the eye look, guys. I'm super impressed with the shadows. I'm super impressed with the blending brushes. So we're not finished with this palette because we are going to go in with some contour and the highlight from this palette. Hopefully I don't drop it again. Let's just put it right here nice and neatly. So now I don't think I'm going to be doing any wing liner because I don't want to take away from the eye. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this Catrice Glam and Doll. This is their mascara. And I'm just going to hit my lashes and then throw on some falsies. Okay guys, so I popped my lashes right on and I'm gonna go in with this Neon Elixir. This is the Weightless Beauty Oil by Kevyn Aucoin. I did do a first impressions on this and I have to say I am in love with this stuff, guys. If you can get your hands on this, this is so good. It doesn't make me oily at all, but it makes my skin like so smooth for foundation, and it's actually a primer, but it's like an oil-based primer. So I'm gonna put some on my skin here. And when it dries down, it doesn't dry to a matte. It's just like a plain kind of like oil, but it's so good. It feels so good on the skin, and I'm really liking it. So I want to keep this pretty much affordable makeup. So I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. I'm going to be using the shade in medium beige. I did do a Foundation Friday on this as well. I will link it up here for you guys somewhere. So if you guys want to check that out, just head over after you watch this and you will see my thoughts on this foundation. So now I'm going to go in with this LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is my favorite one from the drugstore. I think you can find this for like $4.99. And it's perfect because it gives like really full coverage. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that outside. They're actually mowing the lawn right now. They do this every Tuesday whenever I film. So now going in with my Airspun powder, I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just dip that in and bake underneath the eyes. And as you guys can see, I decided to bake all over my face. So I'm going to go in now and I'm just going to dust that off. And I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics. It's my Raye Raye brush, obviously. I don't know why I keep saying it's my Raye Raye brush. You guys know which brushes I'm using. But this one is in the #1 brush. And this is a more fluffy brush. So I'm just going to take that powder and just dust it all off. So I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to take Mocha right here and use it to contour my face. Now for some reason none of these brushes are dense enough for the contour brush, but I feel like this one, the one I just used, the #1, probably would work a little bit better than those, just because I feel like those are a little bit too soft. So I'm just going to go in with this one. So I'm actually going to mix Chai and Mocha right here because I feel like this shade Mocha is a little too dark for me. So I'm going to mix both of those and that way I could get like the perfect shade. So that's much better. Okay, so alone, I wasn't too crazy about Mocha, but I like these two mixed together because it gives me a really nice soft. I know it looks a little harsh on camera. For some reason, my contour always looks really harsh on camera, and I'm like, why does it come out like that? But I promise you guys, it doesn't look like that in person. Like, it looks really soft and subtle. I think just the camera picks it up and it just picks it up like really harshly. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with #5 right here and I'm just gonna mix those two shades again, and I'm just gonna try to contour my nose with this brush. I don't think this is what it's for, but whatever. So I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. blush, and I wish I could tell you guys what shade this is, but I've had this for such a long time that I think it came off on the back. But this is one of my favorite blushes from e.l.f. And I'm just going to take the #3 brush and pop this right on the cheeks. And before I go into that highlight in the palette, I just want to smoke out my bottom lash. And I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking of going in with the purple shade. I think I'm going to do Connie and Friday, but I think I'm going to take Connie first. And I'm going to go in again with that pencil brush. And I'm just going to smoke out the bottom lash. So I'm going to go back in with Friday. That's this shade right here. And I'm going to take that and just smoke it out. So now for the highlight, I'm going to take Radiance, and that's this right here. And I'm going to pop that on my cheekbones here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the It's My Raye Raye liquid lipstick. And she does have a lipstick and also a gloss as well. I did see them in Ulta, but I figured I would mostly probably wear the liquid lipstick. So I did swatch the gloss, which I really liked. I wasn't too crazy about the lipstick. So I'm gonna go in first though with this Bite lip liner, and this one is in 032. So the lip color is stunning. I really like that. I'm not sure how it goes with the whole look, but I don't know. I'm feeling it. I think it looks really good. I am super impressed with the eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love the brushes. I feel like the brushes were really like my favorite part. Even though I love the eyeshadow palette and I love the contour, I love the highlight, I feel like everything worked really well, and the lip color as well. I feel like I really like the brushes. I think BH Cosmetics has great brushes, and I feel like they're affordable, and they do have a lot of affordable palettes and things like that. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button right down below, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.